Hello everyone, my name is Kathleen Ryan and you're very welcome to our talk, Understanding how eHealth Coaches Tailor Support for Weight Loss Towards the Design of Person-Centred Coaching Systems. This work was completed in University College Cork alongside Samantha Dockray and Conor Linehan, and it was supported by the Irish Research Council and S3 Connected Health. Obesity is a population-wide public health concern as it confers a higher risk of developing chronic diseases, but may be mitigated for individuals as even modest weight loss can have a beneficial impact on health. Weight loss interventions have typically included frequent in-person contact with a health practitioner who provides individualized goals and strategies to help people change their behaviors. However, to achieve large-scale public health impact, the geographical, accessibility, and economic barriers of in-person interventions must be overcome. Tailoring is one strategy to deliver content at scale in a personalized manner that has been identified as being effective in weight loss interventions. The process of tailoring, as outlined by Noor and Harrington, typically involves an assessment of individual characteristics associated with a specific health outcome, gathered by a trained interventionist or self-administered. The information is processed by either the interventionist or an expert system that uses decision rules to select content from an expert-developed database. More recently, context-aware systems for tailoring use wearables, sensors, and smartphones that enable passive data gathering to provide personal intervention to the individual that's sensitive to their changing internal and external states. This process produces personally relevant information, advice, and behavior change techniques matched to the individual recipient. However, in spite of their promise to deliver health behavior change interventions at scale, tailored systems do not attain the same level of effectiveness for weight loss as in-person interventions. To improve the design of tailored systems, therefore, it is essential to study in detail the practice of human interventionists. One model of providing behavior change interventions that has gained momentum in recent years is health coaching. Health coaching is defined as a patient-centered approach wherein patients at least partially determine their goals, use self-discovery or active learning processes together with content and education to work towards their goals, and self-monitor behaviors to increase accountability, all within the context of an interpersonal relationship with a coach. Recent evidence suggests that more explorations of how technology can support the health coaching relationship are required, focusing on the ability of coaches to tailor support to the user needs, balanced with the cost of resources and delivery. Relative to in-person coaching, eHealth coaching is delivered by human health coaches via email, web-based video coaching, apps, and smartphones. Its key processes are data collection, analysis of data, and recommendations, i.e. sending the right message at the right time in the right context for the individual, as well as data security. Compared to traditional in-person coaching sessions, eHealth coaching sessions are more time efficient and more cost efficient. They've also been found to be more motivating and engaging than more automated approaches. As such, our research question was, how do eHealth coaches tailor support to individuals to help them to lose weight? 9 eHealth coaches, 3 women and 6 men, were recruited through Facebook and Twitter. They were eligible to take part if they supported clients in behavioral weight loss and reported using technologies to deliver coaching. In-depth, hour-long one-to-one interviews were conducted in person or via video call, depending on what suited the participant. The research question involved a discussion of the specific aspects the health coach enacted over the course of their work. Reflexive thematic analysis was chosen as a method for systematically identifying, organizing, and obtaining insights into patterns of meaning across a dataset. We identified 3 themes in understanding how eHealth coaches tailored support to individuals seeking to lose weight. The first theme was understanding the client. This involved an in-depth assessment of various variables associated with weight loss, for example, anthropometric measurements, diet, level of physical activity, as well as other key health-related factors, including sleep and stress. More importantly, however, was the need to have an initial synchronous conversation with the client to ascertain their specific needs and goals in the coaching process, their weight loss goals, and personal information, including marital status, job, personal values, and number of children. This information shaped the nature of support that was provided, as well as the content of the intervention. For example, framing advice differently for clients who were parents. It also determined the fit between the coach and client and whether the relationship would work. The other aspect of this assessment was an ongoing egalitarian relationship built on mutual respect, with regular two-way communication. It involved the coach being autonomy supportive, providing options and supporting the client to find activities they enjoy. It went beyond offering content or strategies for behaviour change and included asking open questions and active listening, being an enthusiastic, passionate coach who instilled confidence in their weight loss approach, as well as having normal conversations, not just weight loss related ones, to build rapport. Our second theme was adapting support and related to how health coaches adapted the nature of their support and their manner of relating to the client based on their understanding of each individual. For example, to understand the pace of learning and detail of educational content appropriate for each individual, coaches gauged their client's need for information or the depth of knowledge required by the client. The type of support changed over time to allow the client to move from directional support to promoting their independent thinking in navigating behaviour change. Coaches also adopted different personas relative to the client in front of them, moving from a more jokey style, for example, for certain clients, to more sensitive and reassuring in manner for others. Coaches also adopted their use of technology platforms for communication and whether or not they use tracking tools based on the digital literacy of the individual. Our final theme was navigating challenges and related to how eHealth coaches experience challenges in their practice, highlighting the burden of care in providing tailored support. For example, some eHealth coaches' personal boundaries were eroded by the process of providing tailored support. They discussed having an always-on mentality as they were contactable over a range of online platforms at any time, and because they were so empathetic, they felt compelled to provide support. Other challenges included high caseloads and pressure to attain weight loss outcomes for clients, as well as angry or disrespectful clients or those with mental health issues requiring more complex care that the coach was not equipped with due to a lack of psychological training. We've provided further detail on each of these themes in Summary Table 1 in the paper. To conclude, tailoring as it is conducted by human health coaches is much more nuanced than theory would suggest, therefore presenting a challenge to implement it in a purely automated way in systems design. In the article, we drew a distinction between a tailored versus a person-centered approach, highlighting the concept of tailoring depth or degree of personalization. To move towards the goal of person-centered coaching systems, in the article, we contribute a detailed summary of how in-depth tailoring occurs in the context of supporting clients to lose weight, which can be used, adapted, and tested in the creation of future tailored systems to strive for enhanced engagement and optimal health outcomes. A person-centered design must also consider reducing the burden of tailoring on the health practitioner who is trying to deliver a personalized intervention. In the article, we present design guidelines to cultivate the relationship between the coach and client to produce optimal personalization while maintaining personal and professional boundaries. Thank you for your attention. I'm happy to take any questions now, or feel free to contact me by email or Twitter. For more details, you can see the paper and the references on screen. Thank you.